Hey everybody, it's Nicole Byer here with some hot takes from Wayfair. A cozy corduroy sectional from Wayfair? Yeah, that's a hot take. Go on and add it to your cart and take it. A pink glam nightstand from Wayfair? Scalding hot take. Take it before I do. A mid-century modern cabinet from Wayfair that doubles as a wine bar? Do I have to say it? It's a hot take. Get it at wayfair.com and enjoy that free shipping too.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. Celebrating 5 years. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What is the first ever movie made?
Jack Nicholson's iconic line from A Few Good Men, remember? You can't handle the truth, right? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? It really wasn't that line originally. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And this week, and for the last 5 years, can you believe it, we've scoured the internet to find out these totally useless tidbits just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your question in the mailbag segment. One of our listeners wants to know, why do celebrities change their names? And in the news, it's another round. You love it. Another round of stupid criminals.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Nick and Roy standing under a street lamp. Fog's as thick as peanut butter. They're talking totally useless, I tell you, useless information about the movies.
Wow. Do you see the trench coat now? Can you picture the fogginess in that and a trench coat?
Yeah, no.
Nope. Okay. Thanks for joining us. 80 countries around the world. Let's get right to it. So I'm going to give you my teaser right away because you're thinking, I've watched A Few Good Men. It's a great movie. Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, right? You know, he's got that iconic line when at the trial, you can't handle the truth. Well, the line was actually not that. It was, you already have the truth. But he switched it up a little bit. And the resulting line, of course, is the classic quote from the cinema. So it really was, you already have the truth. And he made it into, you can't handle the truth.
I've watched that movie. You know me, I'm a movie lunatic. So
yes.
I've watched that movie so many times. It's really well done and it's well shot. It's just such a great film. It's one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
And he says, he goes, you want the truth? You want the truth? And Tom Cruise goes, I think I deserve the truth. You can't handle the truth. That's such a great line. Yeah, Nicholson, fantastic part.
Yeah.
The movie Dallas Buyers Club. Did you ever see it?
Never heard of it, to be honest.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's a great film. I'm not going to wreck it for you, but it's a great film.
Right.
It was a low-budget film. Okay, and it stars Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It stars him, and it's a really good film, but it was so low budget that the budget for makeup was $250.
Really?
That's what's on the list of budget. $250 for makeup.
Yeah.
Here's the kicker.
Yeah.
It won the Academy Award for makeup for that year.
Really? Wow. I think the statue costs more than $250, don't you think?
$250.
Wow.
Crazy.
I know this is one of your favorites, starring one of your favorite actors, Leonardo DiCaprio in...
Oh, please.
What? Let me finish. Okay, you know what? For the next 30 seconds or so, you could just do something else.
Is this about him pounding on the table?
No, this is...
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the movie with Matthew McConaughey. Wall Street, The Wolf of Wall Street. No.
No,
This was Titanic. When Leo DiCaprio's character stands at the ship's bow, spreads his arm and yells, "I'm king of the world," right?
My heartbeat.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right.
I'll do that while you're saying it.
Sure. Okay. Thanks, Celine. So that wasn't part of the original So Canadian director James Cameron later explained, by the way, I just remember this, when he won the Academy Award for the many Academy Awards was when he won for the movies. He said, I had a sinking feeling I was going to win. Great line. So director James Cameron later explained it was made up on the spot. I'm king of the world. It was just coming up, Snake Eyes, and I said, all right, because whatever they had wasn't working. All right, I've got one for you. Just say, I'm king of the world, and just spread your arms out wide and just be in the moment and just love it and celebrate it and love it. And, of course, that's now iconic. I'm king of the world because of James Cameron's brilliance.
Yeah, I thought it was a cheesy movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a cheesy line, very much a takeoff on top of the world, Ma, top of the world.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe, that's where James Cameron had.
I think James Cameron's a movie buff.
Hey, yeah. Of course, you said you love movies. You watch movies in the buff, but that's a different story.
Oh, yes. Most of the time, Nick. Most of the time. Certain type of movie, but...
Yeah, okay.
In The Godfather,
yes.
Which, again, another one of my favorite films. Number one, of course.
Right.
Marlon Brando is dressed in a tuxedo. Remember, he's in a tuxedo with the red rose.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of the iconic picture, too, from the poster, the original poster.
Of course.
And he's holding something. He's holding this gray and black striped cat. And he's petting the cat. He's choking,
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, Francis Coppola drove into Paramount Studios, and there was a stray cat on the lot, which he befriended and picked up, brought inside, and thought, wow, what a great prop to put the cat in Marlon Brando's hands while he's petting it, saying these words. It's kind of almost like softness meets meets Hitler.
Wow.
It's so different. And the funny part is the cat was purring so much they had to figure out how to knock the purring sound off of his mic, But it was not meant to be there. It was a stray cat on the Paramount lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what was the other classic line? Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. I love that. Isn't that from Goodfellas?
No, this is from The Godfather, and
Is it from The
I bring it up, because
leave the guns, take the cannoli.
Take the cannoli, but it was actually apparently because some of my facts are about lines that never were written originally, but apparently that line was improvised in The Godfather because it was based on a suggestion from his wife and co-star Ardell Sheridan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. So she basically told him what to do. Here's Johnny, not from the Johnny Carson show, but from the classic movie The Shining.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a memorable line, of course, right? The deranged, Jack Nicholson, he had that line, right? The entire scene has become a defining visual from the film, right? Where his face comes through the door, right? Well, apparently, Jack Nicholson completely improvised the line. The scene was so difficult to get it right that he reportedly broke 60 doors in the attempt to get the line.
Yeah, I believe that's a Kubrick film.
Is it? Okay.
And, yeah, I believe it's a Kubrick film. But he loves to ad-lib, and he loves the visuals. Of course, the blood coming out of the elevator. I mean, that's a visual film.
It is.
And it's just such a visual.
Well, so Jack Nicholson broke 60 doors just to get it right. And here's the thing. That line almost didn't make the final cut. But thankfully, they left it in because here's Johnny. I'm wondering if Ed McMahon in the old Johnny Carson show, if that's where he got that from when he said, here's Johnny.
Yeah, Kubrick. Amazing. One day with movies, we'll talk about his last film, Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
Which is an interesting film. Tom Hanks did not make a salary for the movie Forrest Gump.
Really?
Yes. Instead, he took profit sharing, which was rather new at the time. But big stars, they said, would you like money or would you like profit sharing? And he said, I'll take the profit sharing. Up to today, he's made well over $40 million off of Forrest Gump.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big successful film. Again, another film I don't really care for.
You know, I thought I was going to answer the question how much he got paid. I thought all they paid him was a box of chocolates.
Did you like Forrest Gump?
I love the music. Hey, great soundtrack.
Oh, I agree with you there.
But the movie
soundtrack was
itself
awesome.
was like, yeah, okay, sure.
It's like World According to Gar. Well, again, very complicated book
Yeah,
made into a movie, and they lose sight of the actual plot and the actual story.
yeah.
Forrest Gump was not what he didn't do all those things. He did little minor things, but they were so big for him
Right.
at his level that they became, when he runs around the world. When he plays ping pong, he's the champion of the world,
Yeah.
because who thought he was ever going to play ping pong?
Right. Exactly.
So it's crazy. It
Yeah.
really is. It's amazing. I did not care for that film, though. I'm not a big Tom Hanks fan.
All right. There you go. We learned lots here on total useless information.
Did you ever see Otto? Did you ever see A Man Called Otto?
No, no, and I hesitate to watch it because I've heard different things. I heard it's a great movie, but it could be really sad.
No, it's a very sad film, but don't watch Tom Hanks' version of it. Watch the Swedish version.
Okay.
The Swedish version is fantastic, folks. It's a man called Ott or Ott, whatever.
Right.
It's a little spelled slightly differently. Man, the subtitled version is so great. It's really, I think it's actually dubbed too. It's fantastic. It's great. The Hanks version is good, but not great.
Hey, you talking to me? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking
to you. The famous monologue in front of the mirror, taxi driver.
Another one.
Was completely improvised. In the script, it simply included the direction, speaks to himself in the mirror. Out of this, we get the very quotable line, hey, you talking to me? You talking to me? There you go.
Yeah, according to, or something else I read too, that's just multiple takes of the same shot.
Ah, okay.
And then the editor thought it would be really cool to string it together.
Of course,
Pacino over De Niro for me.
Yeah, I think that's been a debate. If actually you can join in, why don't you email us, nickandroy.com. Go to nickandroy.com, click on contact us, and tell us who your favorite is, De Niro or Pacino.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Here's my teaser. You're going to love this one.
Finally, we get to hear it.
First film ever made.
Yes.
It usually is known that in 1888, there was a film called Roundhay Garden Scene. It's a blink, 2.1 seconds of a family walking through a garden.
That was the film.
I've actually seen it.
Wow.
So it's called Roundhay Garden Scene. It's 2.1 seconds, 1888. It literally is a bunch of frames stacked together and shown through a projection system.
Okay.
But they have found that in 1878, a photographer named Edward Muybridge took multiple photos of a galloping horse and projected them using a machine, an early prototype of a projector called a zoopraxiscope. The scenes were called A Horse in Motion.
Okay.
And they believe now that in 1878, 10 years before, is the first motion picture. By the way, the first full-length film would be in 1908. A lot going on in the eights here.
Yeah.
But but in 08, some 30 years later, you have a 70 some odd minute full-length film called The Story of the Kelly Gang.
Wow.
First full-length motion picture. So there you go.
I just imagine the budget in that 2.5 second one, 50 cents, I think it was.
You like rap music?
Oh, yeah.
50 Cent?
Yeah. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Thank you.
Listen.
Yes.
People walked over to Nick that know him because Nick is cool, you know. And some thugs walked over and they're like, "Yo, Nicky, what's your street name?" And he said he gave him his address.
Right. One of my favorite artists is the rapping cellist Yo Mama. Thanks for joining us on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We're in 80 different countries, as we mentioned, maybe more at this point in time. We really appreciate you calling, and we really love when you go to nickandroy.com. And people have more and more have done this. More of you have done this, and we thank you. nickandroy.com. Click on the Nick and Roy store, and you can click on birthday messages, and you can send your loved one a very special birthday message from Nick and Roy.
Right. So what is like a great gift? Doesn't it feel good when you get somebody a gift that they really like?
Yeah.
You know, that they really wanted. That's such a good feeling when you see somebody go, "Oh my God, this is the greatest."
A thoughtful
gift
gift, something really thoughtful. Yeah.
Well, go to the Nick and Roy store on nickandroy.com and type on birthday messages.
Right.
I am telling you, we do a mini show for that person using the date that they were born to compile information. Listen to me, they're fun. They're informative. The people who get these, we get so many emails. It is the greatest gift you will ever give. Honestly, birthdays, things like that. Go on nickandroy.com. There's a sample there. You can click on it. Go to nickandroy.com, Nick and Roy store, type on birthday message, very simple, and you'll see the sample there. Try it. You're gonna be like, wow, I gotta get this.
nickandroy.com.
Throw away your totally useless GPS. It's time for geography. So get lost with Nick and Roy.
So I live in Toronto, Canada, and Roy is in Fort Myers.
Supposedly.
Allegedly, for now anyway. Roy's in Fort Myers. Casa Loma actually have a castle. Like usually you think of castles, you're thinking, it's Scotland and overseas somewhere. But here in Toronto, we have a castle. Casa Loma is the castle, built in 1914 by a financier by the name of Sir Henry Pellet. Now, it's located in downtown Toronto, and it's owned by the city of Toronto. It's actually registered as a heritage landmark. Really cool place, a tourist place. But one of the entertainment groups also run the place, and you can actually have like a party there. So not to sound like it's a commercial, but it's a great place. I found out recently that one of my cousin's daughter actually, works there. And she's actually one of the curators. So what I did was, because I went on a road trip, and I went on a road trip in my own city. Great. So I went to Casa Loma, and I spent some time behind the scenes. So I'll give you an audio sample of some of the things that we talked about. But on nickandroy.com, I'm going to create a new tab up on the website called Gallery, and then you'll be able to click on it, and you'll see the whole video of the behind-the-scenes look at Casa Loma.
Yeah, the video is good because Nick went there with different anticipations. He brought a sleeping bag with
Right,
him.
yeah, but it's not that kind of place. No.
The curator got a little nervous.
I found out. It's my cousin. So anyway, we took a tour, and one of the things we found out is that there were spies at Casa Loma.
Okay, we're at Casa Loma, and Alicia Majorano, if the name sounds familiar, yeah, she's my cousin. Hello.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about how Casa Loma was a place for spies.
Yeah, so Casa Loma worked very closely with Camp X that was on the border of Oshawa and Whitby. And essentially, it was a production company for all of the secret agent tools that were sent overseas with the agents on their secret missions. So it was called Station M, and it was a really great place where, agents would sew uniforms that replicated the uniforms used across enemy lines so that they could go undercover and fulfill their missions in secrecy. They would forge documents, they would create tools like button compasses, lipstick knives, anything that was needed in hand-to-hand combat as well. And it was all produced in the basement at Casa Loma under the guise of construction. So the tunnels were closed, and guests were still walking above the tunnels, not realizing what was going on while they were visiting the museum. Just underneath them was a secret agent camp.
It's really amazing. I love this. This is the Gun and Book. Very James Bond-like, I guess. So what, the radio tubes, that's interesting. So they would disguise these radio tubes and it would be surveillance? What would they do with the radio tubes?
Yeah, so the radio tubes had quite a few different functions. Mostly they would be held in suitcase radios that agents would carry across with them in a suitcase to disguise that they were communicating across enemy lines.
So that's really interesting. So yeah, I really got a kick out of Gun and Book. It was a hollowed out book with a gun in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a kick. I'd like to kick you.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, check out nickandroy.com, click on gallery, and I'll have a video up there for you. And it's really it's really romantic because Sir Henry Pellet also installed and built an elevator. So it wasn't the first elevator in Toronto, as my cousin explains in the video, but it was one of the first residential elevators because his wife had mobility issues. And therefore, he built her an elevator in the house. What a great guy. So check out Casa Loma the next time you visit Toronto.
Yeah, we bring this stuff to you folks because it truly is, it is useless.
Yes.
It's useless,
Yeah.
but it's so interesting.
Exactly. Thank you.
Asia,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is the largest continent. Okay, it covers 30% of the Earth's landmass.
Okay.
Think about that. 30%, 3/4 are covered just in Asia. What's the smallest continent?
Oh.
Australia.
Oh, really?
In fact, it's known as, and was known years ago because of its size, was known as the island continent.
Really interesting.
Cool.
It
Did
is.
not know that. Did not know that.
So you had the smallest continent. I have the world's smallest volcano.
Wait, don't talk about me like that.
The Monte Busca.
The what?
Monte Busca volcano.
Yeah, I've been called that sometimes too.
Well, it was named more as an inside joke, so that fits. It was named as an inside joke among the locals than an accurate geological description. So the smallest volcano is a small mound of rocks on a mountain only to an insect, okay, but does have a constant jet of flames issuing from its apex. The flame is the result of a natural gas vent that combusts when the gas reacts with the surface oxygen. While the flame is mainly an oddity for tourists, the Monte Busca volcano's fire was used in World War II for minor cooking and production.
It's like following Nick out of a Mexican restaurant, the bigger booster,
Right.
and lighting a big lighter behind
Right,
him.
yeah,
Boom!
exactly.
Constant flame. An eternal flame. Okay, ready? Here we go. The largest ocean in the world by far, the largest ocean,
Yes.
is the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, it's not the Indian Ocean? I thought it was the Indian.
No.
Pacific, okay.
The largest ocean by far, Pacific Ocean, get ready, staggering 63 million miles.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a big ocean. It's also the deepest ocean, Mariana Trench, things like that. This is, super deep. What is the most shallow and the smallest ocean?
Oh, what?
The Arctic Ocean. It is very small, number one, but it's also mostly frozen.
What? Okay.
Frozen on the top.
Well,
but
yeah.
It is an ocean. So largest Pacific Ocean, the smallest, the Arctic Ocean.
I don't know if you knew this, but you and I both lived in New York City for the longest time. Actually, that's where Roy and I met many years ago.
We have T-shirts that say we made it through.
We did. Did you know that there's Dumbo in New York City? And I'm not talking about company.
Dumbo, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Not only do I know that, but my son took his engagement photos in Dumbo, Brooklyn. And we live in Florida, but they flew up, met a photographer, and took engagement photos on the water there in Dumbo, Brooklyn. I would assume I don't know what water that is, river? I don't know, but something.
Well, it's the East River.
There you go. See?
So, but actually what Dumbo is, that it's an acronym. It's an industrial part of town, and it's defined as the Brooklyn area known as Dumbo, short for down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass on the East River between the Brooklyn and Manhattan bridges.
I think it was the meat packing area.
That's right. At one time it was. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Dumbo, the down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com.
Hey, it's Nick and Roy for Tom's Place, where the month of February celebrates hearts and family.
Tom's late father, William Mahalik, was born on February 20th, 1916. He founded the original store back in 1958, believing in the importance of caring for customers and working hard to provide the best deals. These values continue at Tom's Place today.
And in honor of his dad, Tom is celebrating with a Family Day sale. You heard it right. The Family Day sale, and great deals. Well, they're a tradition at Tom's.
Don't miss our quality dress shirts on clearance for just $50. Stay warm with stunning wool and cashmere top coats. Price for end of season for only $2.99, including Canadian-made Jack Victor brand. Ask Tom about suits at an incredible $149 to $229, marked down from $599. Plus, premium Ted Baker label suits for less than half price at only $450.
Visit us in store for even more specials. You'll find specials all over. And also visit us at toms-place.com. That's toms-place.com.
It's all about family at Tom's Place. And at Tom's Place, everyone is treated like part of the family.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
So let's start with highest mountain.
Yes.
Mount Everest.
Of course.
You say how high?
How high, Roy?
Thank you, Nick, for your interest.
Yes.
29,032 feet.
That's all?
Think about that. An average story on a house is like 10, 12 feet.
Yeah.
29,032 feet. That's a big elevation. Now, so I did highest. What is the longest mountains in the world?
The range, the mountain range?
Mm-hmm.
My guess would be one of two, either the Alps or the Adirondacks.
Ah, well, as usual, you're wrong.
Okay. The longest streak of getting the answers wrong is me. I
You're very consistent.
Yes. There you go.
It's the Andes. The Andes mountain range is 4,300 miles long.
Wow.
And it is in South America. I believe it goes through Peru and
bring lunch. That's what I have to say.
Bring lunch. Yeah.
Canada
better get a tank of gas.
Yes, just a small tank. Canada has the only walled city in North America.
Is that in Quebec?
Quebec City, 100%.
Hey!
There you go. You finally got one right. Okay, you only answered one, but you did only answer one question.
I'm 1 for 1.
That's right. Quebec City has a special feature, makes it unique, and the United States for that matter, so it has walls. One of the most fascinating facts about Canada is that Quebec City is the only city north of Mexico that still has fortified walls. First the French and later the English built.
That's 4 to 5. They don't know how many.
No, not 4 to 5. 4 to 5 with vitamins and irons, part of a complete breakfast. First the French and then the English built up Quebec's fortifications between the 17th and 19th centuries, and Quebec's entire historic district, including the ramparts, has been since declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, and that's where my wife and I honeymooned, Quebec City. So it was
it's never been the same.
No, it hasn't been.
Keeping with the theme?
Yes.
The Sahara Desert is the largest and hottest desert in the world. 36 million square miles. Now, this one I love because I didn't even know this. That's the hottest, largest desert. What's the coldest, largest desert?
Not sure.
I didn't even know there were cold deserts. but it's the Antarctic desert. Okay, of course, it's freezing there, and it is 5.5 million square miles.
Wow. Hey, thanks for joining us on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. I'm really excited because never mind the banter. I'm
Like
going to go.
Nick's jokes.
Yes. I can't wait for this because this is one of our new topics, and we introduced this last week, so we decided to do it again. But this is what we did. The new topic, by the way, new topic alert, it's law.
All right. Totally Useless Information Court is now in session.
This is Totally Useless Law Information with Nick and Roy.
Objection.
Overruled.
So here's the cool thing about that. So in that little snippet, we have Roy's wife is in there too, and so we came up with this idea.
We'll call her Voice Lady too.
Voice Lady too. So I said, if only my wife joined. Actually, my wife is part of Totally Useless Information because she is responsible for the newsletter, by the way. So you can also go to nickroy.com and sign up for the newsletter. It's free.
She does a great job.
So I said, we're two married couples doing this thing. We're like ABBA, because they took the letters from their names and put it together. So then we realized that
we're like swingers, I think.
No, not because of that. So if you took the first letters of our names, Nick, Elaine, Roy, and Deb, what does it spell?
Like ABBA.
Right. But it spells nerd. N-E-R-D. So welcome. We have
That's
nerd.
funny how you'd come up with that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So pocket change in Baltimore. If you're a woman
You're playing with your pocket change?
No. In Baltimore, if you're a woman married to a man, no, that's not the illegal part. It is illegal to go through her husband's pockets while he's sleeping.
Ooh, so while he's sleeping in Baltimore, you cannot go through his pockets.
The spouse cannot.
Does he have his pants on?
Well, we're not sure. It doesn't say, but it doesn't matter. What do they say? When you get married, well, yours is mine, was mine is yours, or whatever, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't matter.
I didn't get that when we got married.
Right.
I didn't sign on that line.
What's mine is what's yours is what's mine is what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. Yeah. So if you're married in Baltimore, please do not go through your spouse's pockets.
In Wilbur, Washington, in the United States, in the state of Washington, Wilbur, Washington to be exact.
Wilbur.
This is actually a law on the books.
Okay.
It says
yes.
It is illegal to ride an ugly horse. now, I have so many questions.
I have too many answers. Never mind the questions.
Number one, who judges if the horse is pretty or not?
That's right.
Pretty,
yeah,
or ugly? That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, who is this odd person, and what does he do with horses? Oh, that's a beaut.
Oh yeah.
Look at the legs on that horse. And then, what is the fine?
Right.
Do they take the guy off? And because the guy may say, how they say there's a woman for every man?
Right.
Well, there's an ugly horse for every ugly guy, maybe.
Right.
And the guy's like, I think it's the most beautiful. You want to see a beautiful horse? Take a look at this one.
Right. Exactly.
I call this Gina Lola Brigita.
Right. That horse walked into a bar one day. You know what happened? Do you know what the bartender asked the horse?
What?
Why the long face? Okay. Now let's stay. Hey. So here's we're still staying in Baltimore, okay? Because I was fascinated by
Baltimore's one of them places.
Yeah, it is. So movies are not for animals. It is illegal to take a lion to the movies.
A lion. This is a law on the books.
In Baltimore, it is illegal to take a lion. I'm not lying. It's the truth.
Was this put on during the Roaring 20s?
It was. He was king of the forest. The law that
I guess that's one of the main laws.
It was the main. It was on the main. That's right. Wow. Yes. Apparently, you can't take it to the movies, but you can watch a movie in the den. The law that prohibits the presence of a lion within the confines of Baltimore movie theater was enacted many years ago dating back to the early 1900s. During this era, circuses were popular entertainment events, capturing the attention and excitement of people from all walks of life. And so they figured, well, they're in town anyway, so they might as well bring their lion along. So
do you have to buy a ticket for the lion, or does the lion?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You hate to ask a lion for money.
That's right. So you and I are happily married, at least we think so. But
yeah, we keep telling ourselves that. Nick.
Yeah, and we keep trying to lobby our wives. So you don't have to.
Happy.
You don't have to reveal it here, but you know your wife's birthday, do you not?
I certainly do.
Okay, I do.
I never reveal the actual year, but
okay, and so yeah, because you like to stay married. If you live in this particular, I'll tell you where, in this nation, and you forget your wife's birthday, it's not good for you.
What?
It is a crime that you can wind up in jail if you forget your wife's birthday.
Where is this?
The nation of Samoa.
Whoa.
For the first time that the husbands missed the birth date,
what happens? You go to jail and you have to eat Girl Scout cookies?
No.
Samoas, I love those.
But no, that's not what that is. No. You're issued a warning the first time, so at least you
get a warning for the first one.
But the second time, they can face a fine or a maximum 5-year prison sentence.
Whoa, you go to jail for 5 years?
Yes, if you forget your wife's birthday for the second time. According
Could you
to the
imagine this? I ran somebody over, but I was on the way to buy a gift for my wife. Right. Oh, that's fine, sir.
That's fine, yes, exactly. That's probably how quirky that is.
This next one.
Yes.
Very interesting. It's from Indiana, home of the Looney Laws.
Right.
Okay, so I love this one because, again, so subjective. And I was wondering a lot about this, but it is illegal, stating, quote, for a man to get sexually aroused in public.
What?
Thus, the reason why Victoria's Secret never did their runway thing there.
No, right, probably.
All you men are under arrest in the first row. And how do they know that you're sexually aroused unless you stand up? You can stay seated.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. I think I'm familiar with this only because I say that when they went to
you're familiar with it right now.
No. Because when they went,
because the only thing you're looking at is me.
Listen, it wow. And today of all days, the camera's working. So right, for a change. So here's the thing. I don't think this goes very far. Where did you say this was? Indiana. And here's why. Because when they go to trial, the judge declares a mistrial. Why? Because there's a well-hung jury.
Yeah. And these people from Indiana, they're cocky.
Yes. Now, you talked about, wow. You talked about...
that's a straight-up crazy law.
It sure is. But you know what? I'm sorry.
What is sexually aroused?
I'm not sure. But the law...
See, that's another question I had. Is it... Because you could be sexually aroused mentally.
That's right.
You see a beautiful woman, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you undress them with your eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, earlier, you talked about the ugly horse. It's illegal to have an ugly horse. Is that what it was?
Yeah, which I don't like doing that, Nick. I don't like horse shaming.
Right. Right. Horse shaming.
Yeah, you never look a gift horse.
So, if you're a driver in Athens... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're driving, and you look...
Is this Athens, Georgia?
No,
Athens, Greece.
Greece.
Yes.
A driver can have their driving license taken away if the driver is deemed to be scruffy or poorly dressed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you talk about a crime where the police are overstepping themselves. Number one, how do they know how you're dressed? They have to pull you over in order to find that out.
Well, they can look, right? Is there driving?
There's a problem to begin with.
Okay.
With our rights.
Right. Okay.
That infringes on it.
So I was thinking Tom should open up a place up in Athens, right? Because then they'll always be best dressed.
Nobody would get pulled over.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they might get pulled over for looking too good, though.
That's right. Wow.
So if
Guilty.
you're scruffy and not dressed properly,
Not poorly dressed, as they put it, then you can
Yeah.
get your license taken away.
you're going to jail in Greece.
Probably.
Wow.
Don't go there. You have one more fact. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I've got you in my GPS map, and then we're not going there. I am.
They'll throw you in the prison there in Greece.
Yes. Before we get arrested.
No, get ready for this.
Yes.
Colorado.
Yes.
I believe Colorado is beating Indiana for stupid laws.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Maybe because they legalized marijuana. Oh, you guys did too.
That's right. That's right.
But anyway, Colorado law states, and again, I have so many issues with this. A man cannot, and I quote, cannot, unquotes, marry his wife's grandmother.
Why not?
Listen to me. This is a law on the books. A man cannot marry his wife's grandmother. First off, a man should not marry any grandmother.
No.
Unless he's a grandfather himself.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, although in Naples, Florida, you see a lot of grandfathers
Right, yes.
with very young ladies.
Yes, exactly.
But that's a story for another
Yeah,
time.
that's the grandfather
It gives
clause.
me hope.
Yeah. It's they've got the grandfather clause in Naples, Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We have Santa Claus and the grandfather clause.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
So,
all right.
But a man cannot marry his wife's grandmother. Why would you want to? You know, what did he say to the grandmother? I married her to get to you.
Wow.
Wow.
That is absolutely crazy. Thank you for
These
joining.
are real, folks. These are real.
They are, and that's another new topic. Law, as like we said, as provided by you.
I like it.
It is. I really love the intro as well. It's awesome.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
What's in the mailbag? What's in the mail?
Oh, I like this one. I think this is really interesting. This is an email from one of my fellow Canadians, Lisa from Windsor, Ontario. That's one of our sister stations, one of our stations on the iHeartRadio Talk Network, as we are in 80 countries and coast to coast to coast in Canada. She writes, Dear Nick and Roy, we're excited that we have found you on the radio. We live in Windsor, Ontario, and listen to you on CKLW AM 800. There you go, AM 800, CKLW. Hello, shout out. Here's my question. It is known that some people in Hollywood changed their name to a, quote, stage name. Can you give me a couple of examples? And also, are you guys really Nick and Roy, or are they stage names? That's a good question.
People think this stuff. They think we're actors or that we made up that we're friends.
Nope.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well, actually, I have to reveal this for the first time ever in 5 years, that I am part of the Witness Protection Program, except I didn't change my name, and that really confuses people.
Yeah.
Throws them off. Lady Gaga, famous international pop star.
What's her real name?
Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanata.
Yeah, that's an easy name.
Yeah.
No wonder she changed it.
Well, this is what inspired her. Was inspired to change her name to Lady Gaga from the 1984 Queen song Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
You remember that song? I played it. I played it. Radio Gaga.
Radio Gaga.
Radio
not
Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
It's Radio Gaga, but she calls herself.
Radio Gaga.
But she calls herself Lady Gaga, named after that song. Thank you, Lisa from Windsor, Ontario. What do you got in your mailbag?
Shlomo. That's what caught my attention because it's such an odd name. I didn't even know how to pronounce it, but Shlomo.
Shlomo.
From Israel.
Yes.
You might remember that name because it's so odd.
Yeah.
We did a birthday message for Shlomo.
All right, of course. Now I remember.
And he says, I received my birthday message that my wife purchased for me. It was probably the best gift I've ever received in my 68 years of life.
Okay.
Wow, that is cool. He said, I actually cried. He said because it was so really, really inspiring that this was something that my wife got me, and it was so interesting. I played it for all my friends. Get ready. You guys are going to be selling a lot of these in Israel.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I said, this is great.
It is.
Shlomo, thank you. We had fun making the birthday message, folks. nickandroy.com if you want your own birthday message, too. That's not just a plug. It really is cool.
On the show today, we talked about movies. We went places with geography. We brand new topic, law.
And we talked about Shlomo.
And Shlomo, it's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
All right, here we go. One of your favorites. You've told us we love it when we talk about stupid criminals. Well, these are stupid. STOOPID. Stupid criminal stories. These men, Joey Miller and Matthew McNally, are the worst and least thought out disguises in the history of crime, okay?
No.
When committing their misdeed, they didn't use masks, hoods, or balaclavas, you know? They instead...
what?
Balaclavas.
What is a balaclava?
Oh, it's like a hooded knitted hat with the eyes and the mouth openings.
Balaclava.
Balaclava. So, balaclava. Now, instead, they chose to draw on their faces with permanent marker. Okay? It made them hard to recognize during the crime, but permanent marker is, well...
Nick?
Wait, it doesn't say where, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So, they left the men extremely
They're
easy.
from Stupidville.
They are. Just east of Shlomo, Brazil. The police were still looking for the culprits, but the dumb stunt earned the duo. They named them Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, right off the bat again, some warped things come to mind immediately.
Yes.
So they're captured, right?
Yes.
And of course, the witnesses have to come in and pick them up out of a police lineup.
Right.
Did they get 5 other people and draw on their faces as well? Or did they just have this one guy with magic marker all over his face and 5 regular people?
Right.
It's
yeah.
him.
Yeah. And I think they wrote "It's not me" on it. I'm not sure.
Oh my
here's
God!
a
What they write? I want the money. Put it in the bag.
I don't know.
What did they do?
I don't know.
Signal.
Here's another one. Another stupid criminal. While attempting to break into and rob his own mother's house during broad daylight, James Blankenship got spooked and went to hide in the crawl space. They eventually caught him. When the police apprehended him, he was extremely stunned. Why? Because he didn't think it was possible to be arrested for burglary during the day. Okay? This guy thought he couldn't be arrested for burglary because he thought burglaries only happened at night.
Yeah. Most people don't realize this. Most burglaries happen during the day.
Yeah.
People are at work.
Exactly.
So this guy tried to rob his own mom?
A real mother's boy. Yeah, a real mama's boy, huh?
Tried to rob his own mom during the day.
Right.
And hid in the crawl space of the house.
Right. Thinking he
Which he probably lived in the basement.
Well, probably did. He went back home. And one last example.
He's
Dennis.
still in his pajamas.
Yes. In his cat's pajamas. Dennis Hawkins, the stupidest criminal, has to go to this guy. This 48-year-old man tried to rob a bank in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bright.
Well, he didn't get the memo when it became time to put on a good disguise. He chose a woman's blonde wig, fake breasts, a bright clown set of pants. In his failed attempt to pretend to be a woman, he didn't take the time to shave his facial hair.
Oh, no.
He drew even more attention to himself when he tried to steal a car from a nearby gas station, where the attendant called the police and said, "I can give you a great description," which was blonde wig, fake breasts, bright clown pants, and
Can you imagine
unshaven.
him calling the cops, the guy from the car place?
Yeah.
Some clown just ripped off the car. That's right. He had a wig and he had a beard.
Needless to say, she left. Needless to say, he was apprehended soon after.
Yeah, you can't really hide, like in a McDonald's or something.
There was
Just
one
like
more,
that.
and I didn't get all the details, but apparently the headline said it best. this would-be bank robber called the bank ahead of time to tell them that he was about to rob them to get the money ready when he shows up.
Yeah, because you know what, Nick? I'm impatient most of the time at the bank as well.
Exactly.
So why would you want to wait online when you could? You know, that guy probably is so used to calling up like places like Dunkin' Donuts and stuff, and it's all ready when he gets there.
Exactly.
I'll be in the pickup spot in
Right.
the parking lot.
Bank
You
robber.
just bring the bag out to me. I'll be in a blue Chevy
That's right.
with a wig and fake breasts.
Right. Wow, it's banking on demand. That's all the time we have for this episode of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet and other sources to find out totally useless information just for you.
So until then, we want you to tell everybody, because it's because of you that so many people listen to this show.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.